Glitch Productions have gotten pretty big over the years, and you'd think they've never gotten into any dramas or controversies, but unfortunately, you'd be wrong about that. I know this started around like 4 months ago, and this has kinda just dwindled out and isn't really being talked about anymore. But I do feel like this is a good example of what not to do when you run a company. I've never looked too deeply into this, but it was just something I started thinking about more, so I wanted to just talk about it. You might already know about this, but the voice actor for Tari basically got replaced. This video from Annika America did paint a pretty good picture of what happened. I kinda did see this when it came out, but never looked too deeply into it. I just wanted the whole drama to just pass away, and it did. But even then, I could still kind of feel the effects of it. Like, I feel like this kind of puts a stain on Glitch Productions, and I'm just gonna straight up say it. They have some dog shit management, I feel. I don't know what was like going on there, but it's just straight up dog shit. Like, this is over with now, but this really to me kind of stains their image as a company. And I'm just gonna let Annika explain this whole thing that happened.
So basically, I'm at work on Sunday, and I get a message from David, the voice of Lux, saying that he's freaking out. He's just like, who the F is this new person? And I'm like, context, buddy, I'm at work. Bruh. And he reveals to me that Celeste was no longer voicing Tari. And I'm like, okay, there has to be a reason. Like, maybe she was too busy, or something came up, or she's been busy with her theater productions, so maybe she just doesn't have time anymore. So we contacted her. He contacted her first, and he replied to me saying, yeah, she just found out after I asked her. And I'm like, what? So we're basically messaging her left and right, being like, girl, what the hell is going on? Like, why did you get replaced? So she's confused. She's trying to figure out what's going on. And she's contacted new voice actor Lottie, which she's got a screenshot of the conversation. I'm not comfortable sharing that unless she's comfortable sharing that. If I am to basically sum up the conversation, it's Lottie didn't know.
So I'm just gonna fill in the gaps and explain it, but basically, yeah, Celeste just didn't know they got fired and all that. From what I know, they were still able to voice the character, but because of this now, they don't want to do any voice acting stuff anymore, which is just really sad. Like, I know in business, voice actors get replaced, but in this, like, case, it just seems kinda shitty. I think even something sadder is that they didn't even get a goodbye message for this, but like, Maggie's VA got a goodbye, like, farewell message, but not Tari's VA. Annika mentions that they were trying to, like, message Luke and Kevin, but they just never got any responses. So, I don't know what the main cause of this could have been. I'm just gonna say probably higher management, but I'm just not sure. You might remember that we did get this, like, Discord apology before Kevin's response, and I'm just gonna play the clip from that video.
All we really got was a screenshot of a conversation from Jasmine via Discord. And because the person released it on X, I'm going to disclose it here. At here, hey, my name is Jasmine, and I'm the voice director for Glitch and SMG4. I wanted to talk directly to the SMG4 community about something that you may have seen on Twitter recently and clear up any concerns or confusion. If you hadn't seen it, the voice actor for Tari was recently replaced with a new actress. But with the real sticking point being that Celeste hadn't been told and is understandably upset. To make everything clear, this was entirely on me, and I apologize to everyone. As voice director, the VA's well-being is under me, and the very simple answer about it is that I forgot to notify her. That's entirely it, with no excuses or reasoning behind it. I've reached out to her as well as our other VAs to apologize for this terrible mistake, but yeah, it's entirely on me for not doing something I was supposed to do, and I fully accept if anyone is angry or upset at me, as it is well deserved. Why the replacement happened, I feel, is not something to disclose outside of me and Celeste personally and without her permission. Right now, all I could say at this point is sorry to anyone upset by what's happened, or if it feels like someone at SMG4 betrayed your trust as a community, because I did. It is not the standard we uphold here in the studio, and as the voice director, and even as a voice actress myself, I fail to uphold it. Like that whole sentence of why the replacement happened, I feel is not something to disclose outside, you know, I get that, it's a very personal thing, but at the same time, Celeste told me why it happened, and I'm just raging. I am just flabbergasted. I am confused. I am shocked over this whole situation. Like, this isn't something that we'd ever expect from Glitch, just to forget that the very person that helped them, you know, to start off with Glitch Production, one of their very first voice actresses, to just drop her like that.
I guess it's nice that that Discord message tried filling in the gaps of what was happening, but even then, it's just really sad. Like, why? I understand not addressing it, but like, what was the point of this? I understand voice actors get replaced, but in this case, it just comes off as just really shitty. Like, why would they do this and why are they not explaining it? It's basically been 4 months now, so I bet they're not even gonna, like, tackle this ever again. Because of this, the voice actor, like, Annika, who voices SMG2, just doesn't want to voice the character anymore. And I don't blame him. I don't think I would want to work for the company that randomly fires voice actors with really no reasoning. We did eventually get an apology from Kevin, but to be completely honest, it was kind of a half-assed apology. They didn't really, like, address anything relating to Tari's VA for some reason. They just go into how they don't overwork their employees and how, like, the experience is, like, as good as they can make it. In Annika's video, I found out that apparently people that worked on MetaRunner, managers, and all that just left after it was done. And I found out that, like, people were being overworked. Like, I don't know how true that is. Kevin says that they didn't do that, so I guess maybe I could believe them on that, but I'm not too sure about that whole, like, stuff. I genuinely don't even know if I could call Glitch Productions a bad, scummy company. I just don't know if I could say that. Especially, I don't even know if I could say Luke and Kevin are, like, terribly bad people or something. I just don't know, honestly. I do genuinely want to see Glitch Productions do good things and, like, do well, but I don't want them to go down this route where it's like, oh, they replaced another voice actor. Like, this is just not how you run a company. I feel like you gotta be, like, transparent with the people you're working with. It's just really scummy and shitty on their part, I feel. And the fact they wouldn't address it just makes them look kinda just bad in a way. Or, like, not like extremely bad, but, like, doesn't make them look good. Annika brought something up that I actually extremely agree with.
Like, to sum it up, I think it's just a story of they got, like, too big too fast, and it's all going to their heads. They're working on bigger, better things. They have the one animated pilot on YouTube with the most amount of page views, which is a feat of its own. Like, congratulations on that. That is very impressive.
Like, I get it, they're working on big stuff, but even then, you're still a company at the end of the day. You gotta have, like, good management and explain, like, what's going on sometimes. Because of this, their reputation has been kinda stained as a company. Not super severely, but again, it just doesn't really make them look good. And I hope something like this never happens again and it just doesn't become a common thing for their company. I genuinely don't know if Glitch is a bad company to work at or they're just genuinely bad. I don't know if Luke and Kevin are just bad. I don't know about this stuff, but if this happens again, I probably don't want to support them anymore because of this. Because it just doesn't make them look good. This is never something you should do when you run a company. And is it just me or does Tari feel like more like under-respected now? Like, MetaRunner never really gets acknowledged and her character has just been basically like devolved down. In the Glitch In video, Tari is like just thrown in there as like a background character on their website and in the thumbnail. She doesn't even show up in like the video at all. Just in like, you know, little like promo material. I get Murder Drones and Digital Circus is really helping them out, but you can't even like acknowledge a series that helped you out. Especially even like another one of them too, like Sunset Paradise. It just feels so like just odd. She was thrown into like this poster with like Meggy, but it just feels like so slapped on the more I'm looking at it. Like, it's just filled with a bunch of Murder Drones and Digital Circus characters. It's honestly just really sad. I don't know if this is like a problem with like higher management or just Luke and Kevin or just like, I don't know, but like, it's something that definitely needs to be fixed and studied. Just never do this ever again. I know this video didn't really have me talking all that much, but I kind of needed those clips to be there for like, to explain some context because I feel like I wouldn't do a good job at it, so yeah. This is a good case of just never do something like this. Yeah, I know it's kind of dead at this point, but even then, like, I think it's good to talk about this so they, like, at least know. But yeah, I know I'm kind of late to the party, but I just wanted to talk about it because it was just on my mind recently and it started just making me think. So that's basically it for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.